Okay, let's do it. Part 3 of our video. Okay, now we talk about quota, something very similar yet very different at the same time with the price floor. Okay, 好嘛，嗱，今次咧唔同喎。Now, the previous two we were talking about price control, in which we control the price. Now, this time the focus is very different in that we are controlling the quantity instead of the price. Okay, the price becomes a secondary effect instead of the primary effect. Okay, to be effective. Okay, to be effective, definitely it needs to be lower than the equilibrium quantity. The objective is to limit the quantity. Now, therefore, we know that quantity transacted, if it is effective, definitely going to drop. OK， 好啦，我哋成日都話啦，物以罕為貴。When things become rarer and rarer, OK, therefore the price would go up. The same here. Total expenditure would be uncertain, depends on the elasticity of demand. 唔寫啦，自己彈翻對上一條片睇啦，好嘛？ And the side effect this time are little bit different as well. Okay, first of all, remember it is a new equilibrium. 之前唔係噶嘛，之前係 disequilibrium 嚟噶嘛。係嘛？ We are talking about surplus or shortage. This time we are we are talking about a new equilibrium. Now, second, this one is a little bit funny. Is that remember the average quality would actually increase for one good reason. Now think about it, right? Now you cannot import or buy or sell so many things. 而家啦，你好多嘢都唔賣得。So instead of using quantity， 係咪？你平時啦，薄利多銷，所謂叫做係咪啊？ You sell more to earn more. Now if you want to earn more, you need to charge higher price. Now higher price, according to the law of demand, right? The QD would drop. So how do you attract the consumer to buy your product? You need quality to go up in order to attract the customer. OK， 好嘛？所以啦，今次原來啊 the average quality would go up. 嗱， now graphically, there would also be something funny going on. OK， 好嘛？嗱，今次要小心啲啦。Demand, this is our supply one. Now here we have our P1, Q1 原先嗰度啦。Now this time, to be effective, first of all, we need quantity to drop, right? Let's say Q2. 好啦 ，Q2 呢點發生咩事呢？ It goes like this. At Q2, the supply curve would actually kinked. Okay, we call this a kinked supply curve. Okay, to S2. From S1 to S2. Do you see? Right? It would be barred at Q2. 係咪？佢過唔到 Q2 啊？一過到 Q2 就冇噶啦，入唔到口啦，係咪啊？ Okay, now there is one more thing I need to tell you. For quota, okay, for quota, in reality, usually quota set by government will be up for bidding. Now, therefore, when people bid for the quota, the government may also receive revenue. 有機會咧都收到錢㗎。Okay, one good example is taxi in Hong Kong. 香港啲的士牌咪要 bid 翻嚟嘅咯，好嘛？ The government would only give out so many taxi license, okay, and the taxi driver they have to bid for the license, okay. 嗱，所以有機會 quota 係收到錢嘅 ，although usually not a lot, okay, especially when compared to unit tax. 係咪 per unit tax 我哋下一條片會講嘅 per unit tax. Usually the money is not that much compared to the per unit tax. OK， 嗱，doesn't matter。好啦，一樣啦，咁睇 table 啦噃。So let's see how we read the table. OK， 好啦。So originally 呢個唔講啦，3蚊6件睇咗好多次啦，呢個 table 已經係咪啊 ？OK，now sets a quota of 4 units。記住啊，唔好懶醒啊。Step number 1, check whether it is effective or not. 望望4件6件 obviously it is effective. OK， 好嘛 ？So how do we touch up the table？ 好啦，原來咧有 quota 點玩咧？我哋去 QS 嗰度 ，OK？We go to QS。Now take a look. 2, 4. Can you with a quota of 4? Can you supply more than 4 units? No. So it's $4, $4, and $4. 好啦，於是我哋見到啦 ，the new equilibrium situation will actually becomes this. Here. Quantity transacted definitely 4 units 用盡晒4個 quota. And with this table, we know that the price would be $4. Okay, $4. Okay, 原來我哋係咁樣去改啦。We change this table. No more QS. Since it is $4, we cannot go above not $4. 4 units. We cannot go above 4 units. Okay, 嗱呢個上堂講咗啦，唔嘥時間。So let's do some past paper. Do some practice. Here, abolition. Okay, abolition. It means cancelling. Okay, basically cancelling of an effective quota. 而家啦，我 cancel 咗 quota， 咁發生咩事啊 ？Then quantity would increase, price would drop. If you remember, right? Fall in price, increase in import volume. True. 好啦 ，remember total revenue equals to P times Q. P decrease, Q increase. Do you know increase or decrease? No, we do not know. 好啦，咁即係其實答案1、2嘅嘞喎，係咪？因為3一定錯嘛。An improvement in its quality? No, actually, it's just the opposite. Okay, it's just the opposite. With a quota, the quality increases. Without a quota, the quality decreases. OK， 好嘛？好啦，第二個啦。US government cancels 又係 cancel 啦。Now with the cancellation, we know that the price would decrease, quantity would increase on textile product from Hong Kong. Okay, so let's see. US import price of Hong Kong textile product price would decrease. Okay, spending. Do you know? 睇下咯 ，P 跌 Q 升。Do you know what happens? We do not know. Okay, so it is decrease. Indeterminate. OK， 嗱唔係好難嘅啫。OK， 好嘛？ Now here country A. OK, import quota originally at S1. OK, market price would be P1. Now the government increased the quota from here to Q3. OK， 好啦，嗱小心啲啊。Now this is the original P1 Q1. What would be the new P price and quantity？ 嗱阿 Sir 咪呢度咯，係咪啊？ No, this is wrong. Okay, since this is above equilibrium quantity, this guy is actually ineffective. 嗱唔關事㗎佢係 ，therefore cross it out. The only one that you should be concerned with is this one, P2, Q2. 冇用㗎 ，OK? Q3 係冇用㗎。Alright, easy. Here 嗱，其實佢出嚟吹3幅皮啊 ，abolish，OK，abolish 又係 abolish 啊。So what happens? We know that price decrease, quantity increase. OK, will increase 唔會啊 price, sales volume. Yes, what we want, right? Income of the workers in the car manufacturing industry. OK， 嗱自己小心啲啦。Manufacturing versus imports. Imported car and our local manufacturing industry, they belong to a substitute relationship. 係咪啊？佢哋係替代品啊。Now with more imports, we know that manufacturing industry, the demand would decrease. When demand decreases, we know that both wage and the quantity employed would decrease. Income should not increase. If anything, it should decrease. OK， 係咪啊？所以唔啱啦。Now revenue from car sales P 跌 Q 升唔講啦，講咗好多次啦。OK，next one。Abolish 又 abolish 係咪永遠做嚟做去都係3幅皮啊 ？Abolish then the price of live chicken would decrease, quantity of live chicken would increase. Price of live 第一個唔啱啦，係咪啊 ？Total sales revenue here be careful. Total sales revenue may increase 呢個一定啱㗎，其實一定啱啊。B will be the answer。咁啊 C 同 D 發生咩事啊 ？Chilled chicken 好啦，你係有關 chilled chicken 咩事啊 ？Live and chill they belong to substitute relationship. Now we have more live chicken. It means that the demand for chilled chicken would decrease, which means the price of chilled and the quantity transacted of chilled would both increase. Expenditure may increase. No, it does not. 一定跌硬 ，C 同 D 都會錯啦。OK， 好嘛？嗱，有啲音嘅呢條，好嘛？好，嗱 ，two more here. Given a table like this, okay? Originally, this is $80 120 units, okay? 好嘛 ？If the government fixed the production quota at 80 units, okay? 好啦 ，production quota. Now, therefore, the QS nothing can exceed 80. 我哋睇發生咩事啦 ？80, 80. You will see that the new equilibrium is actually $100 and 80 units. Total expenditure will be this one, C. OK， 好嘛？嗱，唔係好難嘅啫。好啦，嚟多一條啦。Lowers the quota from 700 to 550. OK， 嗱，逐個嚟啊，記住啊。The normal equilibrium 650 units. 好啦。700 units. Step number 1. Is it effective? No, it is not effective above equilibrium. Therefore, this is useless. It starts at this one. To 550 units. Okay? 好啦 this one. 550啦，有冇用啊 Of course, it is effective. Okay? It is effective. Now, therefore, we know the QS or the Q will be 550. 好啦，於是啦，逢親見到高過550嘅 QS，we all delete them. Etc. We know that the new would be $18, 550 units. Okay, from 14 to 18, we know that market price would rise by $4， 由14變18。Okay, 好嘛 ？So easy. Now finally, one more question, and then I think we are done with this. With these three, the easier ones. Okay, 好嘛？好啦，望下啦。2016 using one diagram， 淨係叫你畫圖啫，冇事發生。Okay, so here 嗱畫大少少，好嘛 ？They say that the price on dairy product of EU， 我哋睇下先。第一件事 ，EU abolish effective quota of dairy product。OK， 嗱記住啦 ，effective quota。OK， so here we know that as originally there is a quota S1 here. Now abolishes, meaning that it should go to S2。嗱，但係小心啲喎，佢講明係 effective quota 喎。Now therefore we know that the original demand should be around here。阿 Sir 可唔可以畫呢度啊？Can I draw a demand here? No. This would be ineffective. 你畫咗後面咧，你就死㗎啦。OK， 好嘛 ？So we know this would be P1。原先係咁啦。Now let's look at 2. Russia impose an embargo。而家佢話啦，我禁運唔俾入口 ，embargo of import of dairy product。而家啦。Remember, you are EU. Russia is a buyer of EU product. They do not buy. What does that mean? It means that demand would go down. So, price goes down from P1 to P2. OK 嗱，小心啲啊 ！D1 一定要係 effective range。OK, so this is how you do this question. OK, now not easy. This question is not easy at all. OK, 唔容易㗎嚇，得唔得啊？嗱 ，but you need to revise a little bit. OK, now with that said, I think we are done with the first three in which we have covered in our lesson. Starting from next videos, 嗱，下次咧就唔會一條講晒 per unit text 嘅。In the next few videos, we are going to talk about per unit text and then move on to the most difficult one of the per unit subsidy. Okay, see you in our next video. See you then.